Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Graz, aka Grimtalk, which is the name of the character I'm using right now. And this is a guide about Zygor guides, as you can plainly see here. Now, why am I doing a review on leveling software? Well, before Cataclysm, leveling software was pretty much what you needed to get through. The reason being was that, simply put, quests were everywhere. There was no clear-cut path like there is now. There was no linear system. A bunch of quests could send you anywhere between 2 continents to anywhere, basically. That's the best way to put it. But really, Zygor guides took the sting out of leveling back then, and even with the new linear leveling system now, it still does make things go a whole lot faster. I would still recommend it. While it's not quite necessary to use it now, it does give you a little bit more of an advantage compared to other people. Now, I'm going to talk about the plain, clear-cut Zygor guides first, and then I will talk about the other ones you can buy. Now, when you purchase Zygor guides, you're basically getting 2 things: the leveling guides and the Lore Master guides. Now, the Lore Master guides have every single quest you need to get the achievement, and I really haven't done that, so I don't have too much experience in that area. But the leveling guides actually are broken down in 2 different continents. You'll have the Eastern Kingdoms and the Kalimdor continent. And basically, this is so you really wouldn't have to spend all your time on one continent if you didn't want to. If you got bored, or say you prefer another continent, you can easily switch. There was no set in stone way to level, so this makes it a lot more easier for players who have a preference or just get bored with the whole ordeal. And let's say you purchased the guide and you wanted to use it with characters that already have some levels but aren't finished yet. They may say, well, what do I do? How do I do it? Well, with Zygor's smart injection system and their suggest button, this is going to easily show you which areas are best for you to level in. So as you can see here, the gold highlighted areas are going to be the ones that are best suggested, and since this character is 85, there's nothing for me to have here. But this is a pretty nice guide. Once you get the hang of it and after you use it, I've leveled many a character with it. I've had no problems. If a problem comes up, you just simply go and contact Zygors on their forum, and usually they'll give you a pretty quick response with whatever you have. The guide comes with a simple installer. Once you have it installed, everything is pretty much automated. Updates are all automated. There's no simple go to this file and install this and everything. Everything's now streamlined. It is a lot better from where it was before. Now, Zygor didn't have the first leveling guide out, but Zygor did have the first in-game leveling add-on. And speaking of in-game add-on, some people might say, well, don't Zygor have to comply with the add-on policy that Blizzard implicated? And yes, they do. But here's the thing. You can actually get a free add-on by downloading their demo version at the website. But basically, the add-on is the shell of the program. When you actually purchase the guide, you are actually getting the guides. So the add-on is basically a free throw-in. You can simply download that from the demo. Anyone can take it. And I would highly suggest to get the demo if you're unsure of whether it might be for you or not. But it is free. It does comply with Blizzard. You will not get banned for using this. Nobody has gotten banned for using Zygor guides. It is a completely safe program. Nobody has ever gotten hacked from it that I've heard of anyway. Everything's safe and simple. So Zygor's program is really top notch. A lot of people, I would probably say at least over thousands of people have used this and really recommend this guide. Now, that's just a simple base of the guide you get with the leveling and the Lore Master guides. There are more, you can purchase their dailies and event guides, and if you're into those kind of things, they do come in handy. Now, I purchased it because I like doing the events, and thanks to the Zygor guides, I've just recently completed the Midsummer Fire Festival achievement, which I've never had before, so that's great for me. As you see here, they have the total list of all the events. Now, as each event comes up, they do keep everything in check to make sure everything's up to date. There will be announcements, there will be emails to let you know whether to update for these events or not. So you'll definitely want to keep up with that in the changing times, and the event guide is really good. I've found that out to be. I've also used the daily guides well in the Wrath of the Lich Gang. They prove to be pretty good too. There's a speed gold run in here that really came in handy. You do make a lot of gold off the speed runs. But with that said, you might want to keep your eye out for the Zygor website. Now, Zygor himself loves to get lots of discounts. So if you are interested, keep an eye on that website, because ultimately what will happen is you can catch these guides on a fairly good deal sometimes. More times than not. They do cut great deals and discounts, and I do believe they have at least one or maybe two products in the process of being made. So that is something also you want to keep up in, just to see what comes out. But yeah, this is a very neat little guide. Now, I would say it'd be a 4 out of 5, and why not perfect? That's easy. If this was before Cataclysm, I probably would give it a perfect. But with Cataclysm's new linear leveling system, it's just made things a little bit easier. I've actually thought about giving this a 3.5, but Zygor's product is a lot better than that. I mean, really, the way things are right now, it's not necessary to have a leveling guide. While it does make the process quicker and easier, I mean, everything's a lot more linear now, so you're just following one simple path line. You're not accepting quests that send you maybe 2 areas over, or you're not accepting a quest that takes you all the way over to the Eastern Kingdoms, or whatnot. There's no continent jumping, unless you want to, then at which point you can simply just go back and select the continent you prefer, whether it be Eastern Kingdoms or Kalimdor. And like I said, with the Lore Master Guide, every quest in every area is in here, so they're pretty much all covered. And what more could you really ask for? Everything's covered in here. Now, as I said, I don't have the Lore Master achievement. It may be something I would be interested down the road, but I know a lot of people that are. They would prefer to have it. And you know what? This would be really great for them. It tells you all your areas, all the quests in there, and it makes it lined up so much easier. And I've actually had some people ask, well, what about the BOA items? What about the refer a friend? That's boosted experience. Does this keep up with it? Yes, it completely does. Once again, the smart injection system keeps your characters in line. So if you happen to get to a certain point where you out-level the zone, the guide will actually send you an alert saying that you have out-leveled it. Would you like to start in the next area? At which point you can proceed to move on. And this little handy option, the quest log cleanup here, will actually clean up your log if you do happen to jump to the next zone. So that way your quest log area isn't cluttered up with a bunch of things that you're not even on anymore. So that makes things a lot easier as well. But overall, this is really a wonderful product. Once again, this is something I would recommend to a lot of people. If you decide to kick out a couple of bucks toward a software program for WoW, this is it. It's legal, it's 100% safe, there's no problems, there's friendly customer service by Zygor, And ultimately, what could you really want more? But as I said, it's not necessary as it was before, but this is just a really great program. Your leveling time will be changed. I think I went through 1 through 60 on this character in maybe about 1 day's playing time. It was just that easy. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up. There's lots more to come. So take care, and I will see everyone later.